All right, now we have the markets down. The Dow's down about 300 points, and the Nasdaq and S&P are down just a bit. Now, both of these indexes, the S&P and Nasdaq, they hit record highs yesterday, and the Dow really has been lagging. And one of the components in that index, Boeing, has been one of the reasons why this index has not kept up with the Nasdaq and S&P. Now, Boeing is down about 1% today, and it's been down more than 5% in the last week, and they're continuing to have troubles. Now, outside of the automakers, this is one of America's last muscle of manufacturing, and they're struggling. Boeing has not sold one airplane in the last 2 months. They have not received one order for one plane in the last 2 months. And that's coming off of the first quarter of this year where they sold 0 planes. So this is a gut punch to U.S. manufacturing. And this is a big lesson to learn on cutting corners. Why cutting corners, it'll cost you in the long run. Now, we had the weekly unemployment numbers come out this morning, and they actually went up. They hit a 10-month high, and they actually rose by 13,000 to 242,000. And continuing claims are 1.82 million. So even though these weekly numbers are low, we're still seeing a lot of people, almost 2 million Americans, depending on weekly unemployment claims, probably just to get by. And when those run out, who knows? We're seeing a ton of evictions happen across this country. And some of these folks on this unemployment roll, they might be the next ones to hit the streets. And we also had the PPI numbers come out this morning, the Producer Price Index. And this tracks wholesale inflation. And that metric actually went down 0.2%. So that's good news on the inflation front. And that's the largest drop since October of last year. And that might just give the Fed just enough juice to cut rates one time this year. But I'm not sure that's going to be enough for them to make a decision on rate cuts. And at the same time, we have oil kind of backtracking, trying to make its way up above $80 a barrel. Now, WTI is about $78.50, and Brent crude is unchanged under $83 a barrel. Now, we still have this tropical weather disturbance in the Western Gulf that could end up disrupting oil production. And if that happens, we're going to see a spike in oil, and that's going to end up applying more pressure on this economy. Now, we still have the U.S. dock workers at many U.S. ports continuing to threaten going on strike. So that could be another hurdle with this economy going forward. Now, there isn't much on the earnings calendar and no more economic data coming out today or tomorrow. So we're going to end this week quietly, and it looks like down for right now. And we'll see if some of these indexes can make up what they lost earlier. This quick stock market commentary, please like and subscribe.